Live, local, late breaking. This is KEZI 9 News Midday.
And good morning. Thanks for joining us on this Friday for KEZI 9 News Midday. I'm Matt Templeman in for Adam Aranda. I almost said Aaron Ariano. Too many A's, but anyways, we got this gentleman here as well.
Storm Tracker 9 meteorologist Cameron Landfield.
All right. A lot of talk today. Punxsutawney Phil. We'll get to him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Well, nothing to do with him.
We've got a weekend ahead. Any chance to get outside and do a little yard work, maybe?
This is going to be a fantastic weekend for that, and that starts right now. It's beautiful out there. So let's go ahead and have a look at that right now. With the 4 cameras, you can see there's a host of different conditions we're looking at right now, but the majority of them are going to sway towards what we're seeing out in Corvallis, which is just going to be some beautiful, partly cloudy, partly sunny behavior with drier skies. Still out over the coast, though, we do have a few rain chances, including maybe even a thunder chance for tonight. But in general, we're just going to see those clouds breaking up for the remainder of the afternoon and see some sunshine coming through. So if you liked yesterday, there's more of that inbound. Look at those temperatures, too. They're warm still. We're seeing 50 in Monroe, 48 there for Sweet Home, just close to 50 in most of our areas. Of course, it's still cold in the passes for today. We'll see a little more snow out there tonight, but that ends tomorrow. On the coast, seeing just about 50 as well. So the difference between inland and coastal temperatures is low for today. 44 for Glendale, but every other area towards the south here is still just towards those upper 40s. Glide at 46. Now, as we move through the remainder of the day, like I said, there is still some rain chances out by the coast, but look at these numbers. They're pretty dismal, and this is all coming at the evening. So it's just a mostly dry day out there, and just like Matt said, it's going to be a gorgeous weekend too. So I'll show you that in a couple more minutes.
All right, Cameron, thank you. Police are searching for a white SUV with some damage after they say it crashed into a church Thursday night and then sped away. Thank you for joining us again. Again, I'm Matt Templeman in for Adam Aranda. Now, this hit and run crash forced the church to cancel preschool classes. And KEZI 9 News reporter Aaron Ariano spoke with the pastor about their next steps.
It was around 7 o'clock on Thursday night. Lane County sheriffs say a white Ford SUV crashed into this part of Fern Ridge Christian Church, damaging its water utilities, and as a result, the church is temporarily closed. Pastor Rick Helen says the newly paved parking lot has become an attraction for car burnouts and donuts.
It's a shock. It's a surprise. But at the same time, seeing what I see almost on a daily basis, it's not all that shocking.
Jeremy Kushlak is a neighbor who heard the crash. He called Pastor Helen after hearing that loud boom.
So my wife and I were having dinner, and we heard like a boom, and we just thought it was like a truck, a big logging truck rolling down the road. A lot of people like to do burnouts in this parking lot pretty consistently.
Insurance obviously is a big deal. Really we just want justice.
Pastor Rick says it's too early to tell if Sunday service will be held. Despite the damage, he's glad no one got hurt.
So my fear has always been that a kid is going to be hit or them going back out into oncoming traffic. So yes, it's unfortunate for us, but it's a building. It can be repaired.
The PIO I spoke with from Lane County Sheriff says that white Ford SUV should have significant damage to the front of it. They're asking any neighbors here with any home cam security footage that may have captured the incident or that damaged white SUV fleeing the scene if they could turn that over to Lane County Sheriffs. Reporting in Elmira, Aaron Ariano, KEZI 9 News.
All right, Aaron, thank you very much. New at midday, thanks to the keen eye of an off-duty Eugene police officer, a stolen truck has been found and a Springfield man is being charged for several other crimes in the area. Now, according to Eugene police, an officer was on his way to work on Thursday morning when he noticed a Dodge Ram 1500 pickup that had been reported stolen by the BMW dealership in Eugene. The officer called it in when the driver, identified as Houston Denham of Springfield, parked the truck behind a business on 6th Street with several people inside. Officers arrived on scene, arrested Denham. No word if any of the others in the truck were arrested as well. Now, Denham was taken to the Lane County Jail where it was found that he was involved, they say, in a burglary at the dealership. Also had some tools that were stolen with him. Denham was also connected to a case on January 31st at the Dick's Sporting Goods on Green Acres Road after he had been told to leave and threatened employees. Denham was charged with burglary, possession of burglary tools, trespassing, and driving while suspended. And a Washington man has been arrested after allegedly menacing someone in the parking lot with a gun. Now, this is video from social media of the scene that happened in the parking lot of the West 11th Walmart just after 4:30 yesterday evening. Eugene police say they received calls of a man yelling at another man while holding a gun. Police say William Davis of Blaine, Washington was in his parked minivan yelling at a man that was walking into the store. They say Davis then got out of his van and followed the victim inside. A Walmart employee told Davis to leave, but they say he refused. When police arrived, they ordered Davis to the ground where he was arrested. As Davis was being taken to the Lane County Jail, they say he insulted officers and was banging his head against the barrier. Davis was charged with criminal trespassing, disorderly conduct, and menacing, and investigators are working on getting a search warrant for that van. In a crime alert this midday, a 34-year-old man is facing multiple bias crime charges after police say he was involved in vandalism towards a local synagogue. Police say after they made the arrest, they discovered Klan and Nazi items. EPD Chief Chris Skinner says they worked with the FBI and the synagogue to locate a suspect involved in the vandalism incidents at the Temple Beth Israel. He says security camera footage ultimately led them to get a search warrant at 34-year-old Adam Braun's home in Eugene. They arrested Braun on Wednesday, charging him with 4 counts of bias crimes after multiple vandalism incidents. The first 3 happened in August, September, and October. The most recent was on January 14th. Before holding a press conference, Skinner told KEZI 9 News what was especially alarming was finding Klan robes and a framed picture of Adolf Hitler.
This person had completely immersed themselves in kind of the white nationalist culture and teachings. Really, really concerning, the things that we saw, and that's why we want to make sure that people understand that this is going on in our community so that we can do the very best we can to try and eradicate this.
One of the leaders of the Temple Beth Israel says the anti-Semitic crimes against the synagogue has evoked many different feelings from their community. One noteworthy response was a member covering up the anti-Semitic graffiti with a poster with a heart on it.
So her response was to flip the message. So it was something positive. Other people who encountered the graffiti had very different responses. I mean, we're not a monolithic people in that sense. We all have our different feelings and our different responses.
Now, even though an arrest has been made, she is still concerned with the overall rise of bias crimes, not just against those in the Jewish community, but against all types of people. But she's grateful to the police and other agencies who helped make the arrest. Chief Skinner says people should feel most safe in their city, especially in their homes and places of worship. He also emphasized how important it is to let people know these bias crimes are happening in our community and how it needs to be eradicated. The Monroe Rural Fire Protection District may face more legal trouble than anticipated, and this comes after the Monroe Fire District's board voted to conduct an outside investigation into their current fire chief, Chris Barnes. Now, this all stems from allegations of a wrongful termination of acting incapacity Lieutenant Rosalind Baker. She submitted a written letter asking for Chief Barnes to not touch her after he allegedly grabbed a radio from her belt and yanked it several times during a call. Baker was fired within 2 hours after that. Now, then 5 volunteers resigned, giving a letter of no confidence in Chief Barnes to the board, saying they want Barnes to be placed on administrative leave and be investigated.
They are super important. We need them, obviously, because I believe that's our only version of firefighters, is the volunteer firefighters. And it's a small community, but we do have a lot of homes that are outside of our community, and we need them to be able to serve the community. It's important.
On Monday, one of the resigned volunteers says a tort claim notice against the district and Chief Barnes was filed, and that includes, quote, details and documentation from multiple witnesses regarding the concerning behavior by Chief Barnes towards the terminated employee. We were told by Chief Barnes the district hasn't received it yet. Now, some neighbors in Eugene are grateful police stepped in to help bust a suspected drug house in their neighborhood. 3 people were arrested Tuesday night at a home in the 700 block of Ellsworth Street with the assistance of SWAT, drone, canine, and crisis negotiation teams. ACs suspected heroin, fentanyl pills, meth, more than $400, and a taser. 42-year-old Sean Raymond tried to run out the back door, but SWAT arrested him there. They also arrested 44-year-old Carrie Pelleggi and 27-year-old Clarissa Castro. All 3 are facing different charges. Raymond was arrested on warrants for probation violations. Castro was arrested on a warrant, and Pelleggi is facing several charges for the manufacture, delivery, or possession of drugs. In an update, the Benton County Sheriff's Office has released the name of that driver that died in the fatal wreck along Highway 20 Wednesday afternoon. Deputies say a pickup truck driven by 61-year-old Michael Fetch of Hubbard was stopped on 180 waiting to turn eastbound onto Highway 20. Fetch pulled out in front of an unloaded log truck that was headed west. The driver of the log truck, a 36-year-old man from Siletz, has minor injuries. Fetch died at the scene. Officials do not believe speed or impairment were factors in the crash, but if you have any information that could help in the investigation, you're asked to contact the Benton County Sheriff's Office. In developing news, this midday, the search continues for a Roseberg Man. 28-year-old Ticarius Ray hasn't been seen or heard from since December 28th. So take a look here at your screen. This is a photo of Ray, who was last known to be driving a white Dodge Durango. It was found abandoned in the 3000 block of Old Highway 99 in Roseburg. His cell phone was inside the vehicle. He's 6'4", 170 pounds. If you have any information, please call Roseburg Police at the number that is right there on your screen.